Awesome. All right, so thank you for joining, everybody. We're going to take our seat. So as I said, if you're sitting cross-legged, just make sure your hips are higher than your knees on something like a cushion. And if you are sitting with your feet planted, you can have them parallel so that they're both planted on the ground. And just take a moment to get situated here. Elongate the spine nice and tall in whatever position you've chosen. Just gonna light a little candle for some effect. See how we do here. Usually they're scented, but since you can't smell it anyway, that doesn't matter. Go. All right, so taking a moment to close your eyes softly, settle into your seat, and you can place your hands face down on your knees or palms facing up in a more receptive manner. What we'll do to start is roll the shoulders up on the in-breath, up towards the ears, and then on the exhale, roll them back and down. Nice. Inhale through the nose, up towards the ears. Exhale through the mouth, down and back. Nice. 2 more like that. And down. And again. And down. And then just you can keep the shoulders where they are, but as you inhale through the nose, on the exhale, let out a loud sigh. You're all on mute. So just like anything that happened during the day, anything stressful, just see that you can relax and release. And then you can let the sighing go and just return to a normal pace of breath. In through the nose and then out through the mouth softly. Just going to ring the bell to start us in a meditation today. As you breathe, giving yourself permission to pause. Whatever came before this moment that you are doing today and whatever you'll be doing after this half an hour is through, just allowing those to be apart from this moment and focusing just on the present. The sounds you hear around you, the sensations in your body, the smells in the room, just focusing on everything that's happening right here, right now, and nothing else. And as you breathe, letting go of anything that's in the way of focusing on the present moment. So whether that's some distraction in the room or distraction in your own mind, just bringing yourself back continually to the breath. In through the nose and out through the mouth. See if you can soften the breath and lengthen the exhale, because the longer you make the exhale, the inhale will follow naturally. And we'll just scan the body from the feet to the head. So if you have any constriction or tension you notice in the body as we breathe into each area, softly breathe and soften those areas. So starting with the feet, just noticing the contact with the feet on the floor. And starting with the big toes, the middle toes, and then all the way to the pinky. The top of the feet, bottom, the heels, the sole of the foot. Just bringing your awareness to the feet. So you don't have to move at all, but just in bringing your attention there, feel like you can activate and breathe into your feet. And then bring that attention up through the feet into the ankles, relaxing through the calf muscles and into the knee. From your knees up through the thighs and the hips, and into the side body. So working your way up through each side, the rib cage, the chest, down the length of the shoulders into the arms, bringing your attention to your elbows, forearms, wrists, into the palm of your hand and each finger from the pinky to the thumb, back of the hand. And then last but not least, bringing your awareness back up to the neck and head, and noticing if you're clenching your jaw or tightening behind the eyes. Just loosen that gently, softening with the breath. Feeling the awareness now of the whole body together, from each part that you've attended to, now feeling the whole body as one as you breathe in through the nose now and out through the mouth. If you feel any discomfort, just notice it. So don't make it right or wrong or good or bad or try to move too much to fix it. Just notice, what's happening there, and just witness it. Breathing and softening any areas of tightness or constriction. So from your body, we're going to move to the mind and just notice what thoughts are arising in the mind. And to do this, your aim is not to rid the mind of all thoughts. And it's not to be an ecstatic cloud of bliss that you're floating on a cloud. That would be great if that happens as a side effect. Congratulations. But for now, our only intention will be to have the mind be like a big blue empty sky that has so much space for all the weather. So whether your thoughts are right now like lightning and fast and quick and electric, or whether they're like raindrops, or whether they're like snowflakes or the sun, just allowing whatever quality of your mind is there to be without judging it. And just noticing every thought passing like a cloud in the sky. Filling the body with the breath on the inhale, and then completely releasing the breath on that exhale. And then we'll start working with the breath even more. So keeping an eye on those thoughts, just watching them without judgment, will give the mind something to focus on so that it doesn't get so distracted. So we'll focus on counting. So what you'll do is inhale through the nose for a count of 2 and 3, and exhale through the mouth for 6. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Repeat at your own pace. To deepen this practice, you can do two things. You can inhale for a count of 4 now and exhale for a count of 8 if you feel very comfortable with that breath, doubling from the inhale. And you can constrict the back of the throat a little bit for kind of like a Darth Vader or ocean sounding breath, so that it's soothing the body with the breath. Continue for a few more cycles of breath. In through the nose, really deeply, and out for double through the mouth. And just noticing as you breathe where your attention and your focus is now. Again, not judging it, not trying to shoo it away or grab onto a certain feeling, but just noticing, are you anxious and you want to run and think that it's hard to sit still? Are you like, wow, this is so peaceful? Whatever it is, just noticing how the mind is thinking about what it's doing and assessing it. And just letting that be, just being the part of you that is observing all of that happening. And for the next minute or two, we'll just sit in silence. So silence can be the best teacher of all and the best guide. It can also be a very daunting place. So while you sit in silence, just allow and observe and breathe, and don't have to do anything more or anything less. Deepen into this moment and breathe deeper and slower and longer. See any place you're holding anything or tightening, and just try to let go a little bit more. Every time something takes your attention away, just notice, my mind is thinking, and bring it back to the breath. And we can guide the mind now to focus on something on purpose. So rather than letting it wander, take this time to reflect on the week you've had so far and find the gems, the highlights, and think about things you appreciate, either about yourself or people you care about or something that's happened in your life. And just each one, breathe it in deeply and then breathe it out and then go on to the next one. Cultivating that attitude of gratitude. What you appreciate appreciates. So taking time to let that gratitude grow. Noticing how you're feeling as you're doing these appreciations, that where your attention goes, energy flows, and whatever you're focusing on expands. Just watching that ripple out, not just into your thoughts, but into your feelings, into your body. What's your body doing as you're appreciating? How is it feeling? We're in the home stretch, so if it's a little uncomfortable from sitting, just taking a few moments longer to really soften into these postures. And after free flow appreciation, you can appreciate the body for whatever you feel grateful for today about this vessel and vehicle that brings you all around the world. So thinking about whether it's your feet that carry you or your arms that high five people, or your face that smiles, whatever you'd like to appreciate about your physical form. And then also appreciating your mind for solving problems and thinking ahead and doing all the work of figuring things out that it does. Being grateful for the service the mind does in your life. And last but not least, on this day of love, feeling that heart, all the emotions. Love is maybe one flavor of things, but there's anger and sadness and fear and joy, excitement, all sorts of feelings. So the heart gives us this human range of being able to tap into all of them and know what's true for us. So giving any appreciation or gratitude to any way that you've felt in this past week. And trying not to make one right or one wrong or one good or one bad, but just knowing that it's all part of it, just like all the weather in that sky. If you've lost track of the breath, take these few deep breaths now, in through the nose, coming back to it, and out through the mouth with another sigh. And again, a few more rounds in, and let go. And one more big deep breath, cleansing breath. And out. Keeping the eyes closed just as I ring the bell, and then we'll finish with an invigorating breath. But first, just finding your way softly back into the room by wiggling the fingers and the toes. Softly, slowly wiggling the fingers and toes to have life back in the body. Maybe roll the neck to the right shoulder and down, chin down, and then the left shoulder and around in circles, gently and slowly. And when you come to the middle again, go counterclockwise the other way. When you want to, you can flutter the eyes open and come back to the room. And before we check in, I'd like to do an invigorating breath. And this one is also good in transitions. We talked about doing some breaths while walking to work or at the beginning of your day. This one is really good for getting a little bit more energized, and especially going into the weekend, it could be good. So I'm going to demonstrate it first, then we'll do it together, about 3 rounds of 10 breaths each. So you'll put your hands in a fist by your shoulders, and your arms will be tucked in. And on the inhale, you're going to shoot your arms up with your hands straight into the sky, and then drop them on the exhale very suddenly. And you're going to do this through your nose. So it's going to look like this. And you'll breathe out through your mouth. So breathing in suddenly through the nose, concentrate on that, and you'll just out through your mouth. Okay, so we'll do about 10 of those. We'll pause, and we'll do 3 rounds. So getting ready, set. And take a breath, deep breath in, close your eyes, and breath out. Very energizing. If you feel a little dizzy, just look at the floor, catch your breath. And then we're going to come back and do it again. 3, 2, 1. All right, and then putting the hands back, taking a nice deep breath, feeling the energy in the body. And last but not least, round, inhale, put your fists, and inhale. You can smile, that's allowed and encouraged. All right, letting the hands go and taking a nice big smile as you sit and breathe the last few breaths. Whew, can be a really energizing one. You can either keep your hands down here, or you can finish off in victory pose, hands in a V away from the ear. Nice, stretching them towards the ceiling, fingertips towards the sky. Try not to, don't scrunch the shoulders, just keep them nice and wide. Nice. Think about something you're excited about, proud of, jazzed for, if anybody even uses that word anymore. And one more deep breath here. And then exhaling softly and slowly, lowering the arms down. All right, so that should get you going for the weekend. I'll just unmute everybody if you have any words to say about this. We can connect, and then we'll have a good rest of the night. So how's everybody doing?
Real relaxing.
Nice. That's good. That's the point. Sometimes we try to have no point, but that would be the point if we had one.
Yeah, I was relaxed and I got a rush of energy doing that press-ups.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's really energizing and fiery, right?
Yeah, that's different. That's different. I like it. I like it.
How about the other ones? Any comments or questions?
100% was amazing. Definitely necessary for me. After banging at the phones constantly all day, having my adrenaline rushed up, talking to clients for hours, this is well needed. Appreciate you.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that's great to hear. It can be hard to turn that off switch when you're always running, so I'm glad you had a chance to just take a deep breath. That's awesome. Thanks for joining. Is
it different every week?
Yeah, I'd say so, right, TJ? It's supposed to be
it is different,
but it's pretty much kind of go with the flow, so it's pretty.
Yeah, it's different, but it's necessary.
Yeah.
Last time we had us breathing through one nostril.
Yeah, some of the
Yeah.
qualities are the same. Like we tend to do the counting and some of the body scan, but then I'll just throw in some other breaths or say so the repetition is good too.
Cool.
But yeah, I try to keep it a little variety because that's the spice of life, right?
Cool. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Well, I hope you all have very good weekends, that they treat you well, and that you get to relax and get energized at the same time sometimes.
Thanks, Coach Janine.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Have a lovely one as well.
Thank
Have a good night.
Bye.